Let me start off this video by saying that I do not like ICP and other associated acts such as them. But I have taken an odd interest in the videos that their followers make, aka Juggalos and Juggalettes, and a common theme in a lot of their videos is the idea of what is a Juggalo or a Juggalette. And people claim you need to be one, but nobody knows what it really is or means. Everything is personal. It's such an open-ended term that there is a popular theme among juggalos and juggalettes on YouTube to talk about what they think makes a juggalo or juggalette. A lot of people claim that this person's a juggalo or that person's not, but whom's to say the person talking isn't a juggalo? I mean, if everything is so personal, who really is a juggalo? Wouldn't it make more sense to say anybody who claims to be one truly isn't? It kind of falls under that category of if it needs to be said, it doesn't hold water. Because everything about this juggalo and juggalette term is personal to the user of the term. Another common theme among the videos is haters. And fuck the haters and this and that. And the haters are like Hitler of the world to the ICP fans. But I guess the ICP haters think of these juggalos and juggalettes the same way juggalos and juggalettes would think of ICP haters. But why do people hate ICP? Well, myself and other haters would have you think that it's because of ICP's bad music and because their fans cause a lot of criminal problems in nice neighborhoods or bad neighborhoods, just causing problems in general, I guess. Um, but why do ICP haters think that we hate? Because they think that we don't like them because they're social outcasts or rejects of society or whatever. But they take power in that, and they band together under the two lead singers of ICP, Jay and Shaggy, to make themselves popular in their own clique or in their own world. The problem is that the people who claim to be outcasts really made themselves that way with their arrogance and their hubris. They chose to make themselves different and stand out. Is it a bad thing? No. Is it bad the way they execute it? Yeah. Um, there's a YouTube video of that you can look up. I'll put it in the description. Of Andrew WK at the Gathering of the Juggalos, a festival for ICP fans and ICP. It was the Gathering of the Juggalos. I think it was 2008. Um, and the same thing kind of happened to Teal Tequila about a year ago. That got a lot of press. But in both cases, they had bottles of Faygo and beer cans and bottles and piss and shit thrown at them even before they'd spoken to the mic. Um, Andrew WK was a little less fragile than Teal Tequila and stayed on stage and tried to be cool and do his set. But he was pulled off in the middle of it by some guy who ripped the mic out of his hands. I guess it was some security, maybe. Of course, he did mock the ICP fans, but that was after they threw the stuff. Keyword being after they threw. Teal Tequila wasn't so lucky. Um, she got deep cuts and black and blue marks all over. I don't personally like her, but she is human. I wonder if the people who threw those bottles would like to get on stage and have piss and shit thrown at them. Maybe get a venereal disease or something. So why do I get into this? It's because it's not one bad seed or two bad seeds. You see non-stop bottles being thrown from everywhere in the crowd. I understand the idea of mob mentality, but that's never right or is never justified. It's that sort of thing, and the questionable music, as in, is it even good? But I guess that's subjective. But then again, I guess we can all agree that nails on a chalkboard isn't going to get you hard. The acting out, the music, the drug use, the very openly sexualness, the makeup, the clothes, the whoop whoop, it's all done in a style of arrogance that annoys. And that's really, really what makes them so unappealing. ICP makes these people take take pride in being poor, and instead of empowering them or telling them to overcome, it seems like they just say, love being poor and embrace being poor, because that's the best way. You don't want to be a stuck-up snob and make over 20,000. I shouldn't say that actually, but yeah. I mean, they embrace it, which is even more annoying because anybody who makes a little more than, or makes enough to make themselves comfortable, gets called rich and a snob. I'm not talking about rich even. I'm talking about, being able to pay your bills or just being able to pay your bills. You're a snob to them. I guess you have to be on welfare to be in their group. I don't know. Do all of them act like this, arrogant and pompous? No. Do most? Yeah. Another theme is the idea of family. And when you think of family, what do you think of? A mother, a father, brother or sister? Some you would die for. Maybe your family, some you wouldn't. I don't know. It seems like the only thing that comes good out of this Juggalo and Juggalette thing is the idea of family. They take the idea too far though, but the concept is good at heart, but the idea taken too far. The concept is to help people that, like yourself, that need help. What does that mean to me? Help someone who's going hungry, help someone that needs medical, help someone that is suicidal, etc. All these seem to apply to juggalos and juggalettes thought of family, but with the added idea that you should kick the shit out of anybody that their friend is fighting. Normal people don't get into fist fights, but I can understand it happens sometimes. Should you get involved? Sure, but break it up. In the family, it seems like it means you should attack the guy beating your friend's face in when he's not looking.